So the first day, we woke up, the whole crew got together, got a little breakfast, and we headed over to meet up with our tour guide, Porna. His place was like this insane, magical kingdom in the middle of nowhere, but we drove out. There was this crazy road with all these long palm trees that led to it, and then you just pull up to this piece of property and there's just a skate park, and there's this crazy tree fort, and that is where our tour guide Porna lives. Literally walks down from his tree fort straight to the flat bottom of the skate park.
Okay,
it's insane.
They're bouncers. Be careful of our bouncers. The most efficient security system. Hey, I'm Purna. Christian, nice to meet you. Jaakko, nice to meet you. Nassim, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Rob. Wait, I didn't get Rob.
Yeah.
Are they?
Rob.
Rob. Okay, shit. I thought Ram. You have an Indian name.
And the whole area is really cool. Apparently they just have parties there and have a bunch of people over and skate the ramp all the time.
Like, I didn't expect that to be like, it was proper DIY, really good, fun to skate.
Y después de eso, lo que vendría a ser el primer spot de street, fuimos a un hotel a medio terminar con ese piso rústico.
This is like a super little gap, but the drop is insane. What? It's like 4 meters or something. You don't want to fall in here.
Found this little fountain spot, went and grabbed some food, came back, and now there's a skate stopper here. I think it's an interesting concept, taking 4 different skateboarders from 4 different continents. Me being from North America, Christian being from South America, Jaakko being from Europe, and Nassim being from Africa, and placing them in the heart of India. And I can't think of a more likely place to get culture shock and just feel like you're really out of your element. Just for it to be my first time in India and also their first time in India, and just watch everyone be down to embrace it and experience it and really see everything that South India had to offer.
I've only heard about like Mumbai, New Delhi, like up north the Himalayas, but never really heard that much about southern India. So it was really an adventure for me.
Any money in there? Nothing wrong with the machine, I just don't have any money.
the end of the day, and I'm gonna get a shave out here in an Indian barber shop.
Are you gonna go for a shave as well?
Nah, I don't have the jawline for that, man. I gotta hide that thing.
Don't cut my hair off. The only beard. Yeah.
This guy was like giving me a shave. He was keeping the mustache for last, and he was like, "Hey, you wanna keep the mustache?" I'm like, "Yeah, you think I should keep it?" He's like, "Yeah, it looks nice, looks nice." So I'm like, "Okay, I'll go for it." You know, I'm in India, never kept a mustache before.
He's like a Mexican. His name is Sanchez for the rest of the trip.
What's your name?
Rama.
Guammaz.
Yeah.
Nassim.
Nassim. Nice to meet you.
Yeah, nice to meet you too. Thank you very much.
People in India are super open and super excited and super friendly, and they like to talk to you and get to know you, and also like show a kind of hospitality in that way. You know, you feel welcome out here.
You're from which country?
America.
America.
Yeah.
All the best. God bless.
You too. Thank you. Oh, America?
I think that's right. She
Have
said
fun
that.
with that.
America, I was like, all the best.
Very unfortunate.
India is like the melting pot of beliefs, of rituals, of religion. So Hinduism is a predominant religion of India, although we are a secular country. So we have about 70% Hindus in India, I'm guessing. Maybe a predominant Muslim population apart from that, and a couple of other religions. And you know, everybody respects all religions, but Hinduism is the big seller, I feel. We have a lot of gods. They all have, you know, their features, their male gods, their female gods, their evil demons who became gods. There are gods who have animal heads. They have gods who have like protectors who are different animals. The cow is a pretty revered animal in India. The Indian name for the cow is Kamadhenu. Kamadhenu means the giver of all. So like whatever you ask, you will get from the cow. So that's the basic belief.
Sacred cow, holy cows. They're either in a fenced off area or they're on a dinner plate. Like that's it. That's the life of a cow in the U.S. Here they roam free, do whatever they want. Eat at the local vegan restaurant. So after skating Goa for a few days, we decided to head over to Bangalore, which I don't think we really knew what we were getting ourselves into. We got there and I think there were more spots in Bangalore, but definitely way harder to skate with all the foot traffic, the tuk-tuks getting in the way. And I mean, it was definitely a hard city to work with. The security there was definitely a little more strict with skating than Goa, so we got away with a lot more. And then once we got to Bangalore, I think they weren't having it too much.
You know, like every time as a skater, you're always changing, and then like to actually see these guys see something where I was just like, yeah, that's just you know, a thing to stop your bike from going there, and then that becomes a spot that they session for 3 hours, and I was like, oh damn, I had no clue. And Jaakko is such a tech skater, dude. Like he's technically like a hacker. I think he's like a skateboarding hacker where he has all these things in like a code, and he just has to enter that code, and that trick is there on demand.
Rode into that, ollie from here to here, and then up this little mini Wallenberg that we found here. That was insane. I don't know how we just got out of that. Word spread that we were here, and they wanted a little demo at one of the schools, and we thought that'd be pretty cool because I mean, what better way to spread skateboarding in India than to show kids what it's all about? So we rolled up and set up some ramps that they had, and we skateboarded on the little basketball court in the back of the school, and it was pretty fun.
We did some interviews and ended up in Indian TV, like having this in the news.
For international skaters from across the globe, the skaters demonstrated their best skating techniques to the youth.
I think it was a small news station, which was pretty funny. The questions were pretty spot on with what you don't want to be asked in an interview as a skateboarder. I think skateboarding allows you a certain type of freedom. If that's what you're drawn to, then you should definitely be a skateboarder.
How many kids do you need?
I'm shooting for
15?
7 or 8.
7 or 8 kids? You got 2 more?
6 is pretty chill.
He's coming! Let me be the second.
I just cleared, 8 kids without popping? Sorry guys. Yeah.
I hope we inspire some kids here to start skating.
The only thing that people believe that there's a future in possibility of making money and trying to sustain is just cricket. And cricket's pretty much killed all other sports. It's super hard to break a system that's already in place. Just seeing the progression of skateboarding in the past 5 years, like we had one park for 4 years. That was the only place you were allowed to skateboard. And now we have 4 parks in the past year, you know.
So our last day in Bangalore, we headed to the outskirts where some of Purna's friends have a little like skate sanctuary. There's a little hut to your right. It's this rad little DIY skate park. Pretty much it's the skateboarder's answer here for being able to skate. But street skating here is just so hectic and such a difficult thing to do that I think that's the reason for these rad DIY spots popping up.
So DIY and transition is a good way to start skateboarding, and I think a lot of people are still starting to skate here. The kids all like grow up skating transition things. So if you're into street skating, it's harder because there's no street skate park out here.
Out of 1.2 billion people in India, probably 100 to 150 skateboarders, which is nothing, you know, which is like peanuts when you see the population and see the urban area. There's so much urban area, so much concrete that is perfect for skateboarding. And hopefully the scene just grows outward from here.
On this trip, our mission was to explore the 3 biggest cities in south of India: Goa, Bangalore, and Chennai.
We are in Chennai. Just came down some random roads to try and look for a few spots, and you find one thing where there's no one around, and by the time you've tried 3 times, there's a full-on audience. And this area is by far the most hectic we've been in, I think. Bangalore, it was hectic, but in a different way. People were kicking you out, trying to get rid of you from skating a spot. Here, people are so obsessed with the skateboard, and you can't even try the trick because someone is already grabbing your board and they're trying to learn how to push, and they're already halfway down the street. skateboarding for?
4 years.
4 years?
Yeah.
How old are you?
7.
So you've been skating since you were 3 years old. Yeah, what's your favorite trick?
Rock and roll.
Rock and roll. Yeah, that's a good one. Coolest name for sure. We came across a guy that was, I don't know, maybe in his 50s and wanted to step on a skateboard and like genuinely wanted to learn it.
Came from the office just for a walk actually. I am working for a bank, work for an HDFC bank actually. Everything is balance is more important. No? It's now it's picking up. It's not that much popular, but here people don't support all kind of things. People here only one thing is game is only the cricket. There are certain areas they are giving some more support for skating and everything.
So the way people in India perceive skateboarding has been awesome. Like you end up skating down an alleyway and they love it. Like even if you're just walking with your board, they'll come up to you and like signal to you that they want to just see you ride it. That's all they want to see is you just push or do something. And one person, he like asked me, he's like, oh, ride. So I got on the board and I just did a kickflip. And his response was he like came up to me, shook my hand and said that was beautiful. And I thought that was the coolest thing ever for someone to just see skateboarding maybe for the first time and recognize like, and just, you know, have that thought like, oh, that was a beautiful thing right there.